What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Still in Time. My name's Corey, and today we're starting a new fabrication series, I believe. This idea came to me just the other night, and I'm kind of excited about it. One of my favorite things to do is build grills and smokers. Not to mention I love barbecuing in general. But I thought, you know what? I'm always making grills and whatnot out of, compressor tanks or propane tanks, or I've even gone and bent the metal to make a really nice, cool square grill and stuff like that. Now, what if we were to find things at a great price, like be real thrifty about it, and turn them into grills? And that's what we're gonna do. I found this aluminum trunk on Facebook Marketplace. I'll put a picture of that up. And 20 bucks. Let's go get it and let's turn it into a grill. So I'm gonna go meet up with the seller, and we'll get us a cheap grill and we'll get started on it. So see you guys there. All right, so here it is. Nice little trunk. She's seen better days, but looks like it's aluminum. Could be pretty neat. And it's the perfect size for a grill. So let's get this back to the house. Let's get some measurements on it. We'll make some grates, and maybe I'll even think about making a stand for it. I don't know. Let's turn this bad boy into a grill, y'all. Let's go. Would you just look at that thing? So we got this back here at the shop. I can actually take a look at it. It looks pretty good. Really not bad for 30 bucks. Open her up here. She's got a stabilizer bar inside there, which I think we're gonna keep because this is aluminum. And then it's got this foam pad up here in the top that we'll get that thing tore out of here. So we're gonna get it pressure washed. I'll get that foam cleaned out. And then this is going to be probably one of the easiest builds I've ever done because it's all aluminum. I'm not going to weld anything to it. So I'm just going to drill holes, use some fasteners, and cut some expanded metal down to make our screens. We'll also put some air holes and all that good stuff in the bottom there. And then I'll figure out what I want to do to make an exhaust for the top of this thing. So let's get all that figured out. We'll get this thing pressure washed out and we'll start drilling some holes and stuff. Well, we got this thing as clean as we can possibly get it, and by that I mean I just pressure washed it, and I used some acetone to take off the sticky stuff for the foam. So I think we're going to be all right with it now. Our next step is to figure out where we want to set our heights for the cooking grate and for the charcoal grate. What I like about this project is it's going to be really easy. Like I was saying earlier, the box is aluminum, which I'm interested to see how it reacts under heat and under pressure from the cook. And that means we're not welding anything. We're not doing a lot of hard work. So I've got a couple things here on the table: hand drill, grinder with the cutoff wheel on it, and some drill bits. So it's pretty straightforward. I do have hardware. We're using stainless steel 1/4-20 bolts and flange nuts. That should give us everything we need. So we're gonna set our height, mark our lines, mark our holes, and then we're gonna drill, and we're gonna be almost done by that point. We will have to modify these pieces of expanded metal here for the grates. We'll measure and cut those out, because we're going to do 2 smaller grates on the bottom for the charcoal catch. That's only because we got this bar in the center. I can't get one piece down in there. And then we'll do one full piece for the top here. Pretty straightforward. We'll also drill the holes for the airflow for the charcoal. And I think besides that, we might make a baffle, air baffle for the top of the lid, because we're gonna want to be able to close our lid too, right? So let's get grooving on this. Let's get these things measured out. Now I've just got this thing set up to where it's easy for me to get in here and really see what's going on. We're gonna mark all of our lines on the outside when we're ready to drill. But we've got 1 foot. 1 foot. That's pretty good. What do we got across? A little more than 1 foot. So 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, somewhere in that area, side to side. So now as far as what we want here, I'm thinking we want at least 6 inches of airspace between our charcoal and the bottom of our cooking plane. So what would that leave us with if we want at least 6? I'm thinking 2 inches from the top. And 3 inches from the bottom. Now that we have all this marked out and ready to drill, we'll go ahead and drill them out. Just remember, kids, when you're a welder, every tool you own is any tool you want it to be. Alright, now that we got all the holes drilled, all that's left to do is install our hardware. We are looking good. So we've got our hardware installed, both sides. Got all of our holes for the airflow drilled in all the way around. You can see those at the bottom over there. So that's looking clean. Next, we're gonna cut our screens out. So let's get these things mocked up and then we'll get them ripped out and set in there, and we're pretty much done except for figuring out some airflow out the top. So let's do that. Alright, so we're going to get these screens cut out, and then I'm going to make a little air baffle to go on the top of the lid there. Now, let's see what these things look like in here. All right, that looks great. That'll do exactly what we want it to. But then, top grate. Ha 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 ha! Wow, that's pretty slick. I could even put like a thermometer right here in the center. Oh. Boom. Closed up. So the only thing left we need to do is get an airflow guy up here. But we're just using scrap around the shop. So let's get some holes cut in this and get some holes cut in that, and we'll get it together and she'll be done. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit to make this. You may or may not have a plasma cutter at home, but I certainly do, so I'm gonna use it. All right, so we want to give ourselves a little bit of a, handle on this thing. I've got another hole drilled here. I'm just going to countersink a hole. All right. How cool is that? She's ready to fire up, y'all. So let's get this thing cleaned up, and then we'll get in the kitchen and we'll get a cook together. Well, now that the grill is done, we can start cooking. So we're gonna be making a double cheeseburger. We're gonna try to keep it simple for this first build. Simple grilled, simple burger, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna do a double cheeseburger. I got some ground sirloin here. We're gonna get this seasoned up. We got salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Worcestershire, and a egg to keep it as a binder. We're gonna dice up an onion, and then we're gonna cut some fries up so we can make some fries. That's pretty much it. So let's get into seasoning and everything, and we'll get out there to the grill. All right, we got this all seasoned up, just smelling great. We'll get it rolled out into patties, and then we'll get all the rest of our stuff cut up. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and split this up into 4 equal meatballs, I should say. Easiest thing to do is just split them right there in your bowl. That's pretty good. And I'll be able to feel the difference too. So I'll go ahead and ball these, see how dense they are. Consistency, y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Now those guys are ready for the grill. Let's get our veggies chopped up. Then we can get the grill prepped and the oil hot and we'll get to cooking. We got all of our fries chopped up, ready for oil. We'll get the oil hot, get these fried, and then we'll get the grill rolling and get these things grilled up. Yep, I think we're up to temp there. So we'll go ahead and get some of these guys in there. Now that everything is ready to cook, grill's ready to go, charcoals are ready to go, let's see how this thing operates. I didn't really know how much charcoal to start for this thing. So we'll just see what a little bit does and try it out. So now you can see we've got some coloration going on. We're getting pretty hot in there, and our box hasn't warped at all. So let's get these burgers on. Let's get to eating. It's time for some food, y'all. It's become very apparent to me that I need to put some handles on this lid. Ooh-wee, we got some grill marks. Burgers are off the grill, so let's get inside, trim them up, and get you chilling, right? Everything's looking beautiful. We got everything we need here. So we'll take patty. Oh man. Take patty. Bam. Got our double cheese. Got some yellow mustard. Right in the middle, got some ketchup. Put that right in the middle. Try to evenly distribute that. Beautiful. Our diced onions. And we got some Clausen pickles for the win. So 2 of those. Boom. Just beautiful, right? And last but not least, get some homemade fries. Boom. Good to go. Look how great that looks. I'm excited to get into this. So that's your basic double cheeseburger, McDonald's style, I guess. I'm gonna enjoy this, and then we'll get to the conclusion on how our grill operated. So I'll see you over there. Well, now that we've been able to grill on it and see how it actually works, our quick little 30-minute build has proved to be successful. We've got a good working grill here. Let's kind of go over a couple of things that I noticed with it. First off, I would put a handle on it. I was using a couple different tools to open this guy up and close it. So a handle would be super good, and I could just buy one for like a garage door or whatever and drill some holes and be good to go. I might like a thermometer like right here. Tell me what kind of range my plane is. These guys seem to do okay. They didn't melt or anything. We still have really good structure. We didn't have any heat deflection on any of the sides. I think the centerpiece came in there really clutch. Our height between the grates was perfect. All of our air holes, we didn't have too much airflow. Everything was nice and hot. There were no hot spots, so I think we were perfect all the way around with that. Didn't really leave too much ash or anything. All the charcoal's burnt down great on this, which also signals to me that we have enough airflow going on here. So other than a handle, I'll probably put some chains in too, or maybe one chain or something that would keep the lid up. You know, if I could get it to like stop there just past 90 degrees, I think that would be super nice. But I like this thing a lot. And I'm probably going to be taking it with me tailgating, camping, or when I'm out riding motocross or something like that. This thing will be perfect, and just throw it in the truck or on the trailer. Just take it with me, and I only spent $50 on it. It was $30 for the tote here, or the foot locker, and $20 for the stainless steel hardware I used. Everything else was scrap metal. I could probably dig around to find the handle and some chain and some of my stuff over here, you know, any of my hardware. But this is a great little grill. So if you guys can think about anything you would like to see that you're like, oh, that's weird, but that could cook something, leave a comment or a note or something for me, and I'll check it out. If I can find one on Marketplace, and we'll build her out, you know? So appreciate you guys hanging out with me and watching the build and the cook, and I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Bye.